Well, here we are in the midst of our weather impact alert day for Monday, but this is going to continue through Tuesday and even into Wednesday as this big polar plunge is setting into northern Ohio. Frigid temperatures today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So obviously you need to limit your time outdoors. As of 5:30 p.m. here in the land, we have temperatures that are in the single digits. Our wind chills are already below zero. This is expected to continue to drop. The air temperatures will be below zero in many locations, and that will push the wind chill temperatures even lower into the early morning hours. Of course, the wind chill is a product of wind and temperature, so it feels colder than it actually is. So our wind speeds right now anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. We've had gusts over 20 miles per hour at times, and that's when we really achieve those coldest wind chills. So a cold weather advisory was issued from the National Weather Service. This is a new name for a wind chill advisory we used to have. So now it's a cold weather advisory. Wind chills anywhere from 10 to 25 below zero for the foreseeable future. So this is now where we are. We are in the cold. And as far as how this is going to unfold over the next couple of days, this is basically every 3 hours plotted out for you. Your actual air temperatures here at the bottom, which are single digits for the day tomorrow. Notice our high temperatures struggling to make it to about 7, 8, 9 degrees in northern Ohio, and then we go below zero. Wednesday morning will be our coldest air. We'll probably see the temperatures crash and then start to rise as we head into the afternoon. So we'll have a pretty big temperature swing on Wednesday, but you can see we're talking 10 below zero. Wouldn't be surprised if we see 12 below zero, maybe even as cold as 15 below zero in some select locations. Those are the air temperatures. Now we're going to factor in the winds, and that drops the wind chills 10 to 18 degrees below zero for the entire day on Wednesday. But here on that was Tuesday. On Wednesday, 15 to 25 degree below zero wind chills. Some areas could even get 28 to 30 degree below zero wind chills, but hopefully that is not going to be the case. Thursday, all of it starts to change around. Now, speaking of those frigid temperatures on Wednesday, we are going to be flirting with record lows. So this is a pretty significant thing when we start talking about records. This is what I was saying, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees below zero for our air temperatures. And the forecast numbers are there in orange. The current records are in the white. And notice this is mostly back in 1936. New Philadelphia's record low in 1994. I'm sure a lot of folks remember that one. And then 2022 in Youngstown, they crashed to about 9 degrees below zero. So we are talking about temperatures that are cold that we have not experienced on that date, on Wednesday's date. And it is because of this air mass that has moved in. This is an Arctic air mass. Some of the coldest air in the northern hemisphere is banked right here over the Great Lakes region and eastern Canada. This will begin to cycle eastward, but as it does so, it's not like all of a sudden it lifts out and we get warmer. We are going to continue to get hit with little side pieces of this polar vortex, this lobe of the polar vortex that came to the south. No huge pattern change setting up, so we are not going to be seeing a massive swing in temperatures overall in the next 7 to 10 days. But beyond that, we are starting to see a bit of ridging in the western part of the United States and Canada, and eventually that will begin to migrate eastward. So maybe into February, we could see temperatures warming up again. I got to tell you, there are signs that there's another batch of cold air sitting here in Siberia that may unlock as we head into the latter part of February. We'll see what happens. Temperatures across the country at 5:30 p.m. Well, it's varied, right? We have 32 in Dallas, 30 in Atlanta. Believe me, this is absolutely crazy cold for those folks. It's 12 right now in Kansas City with a wind chill at 3 below. Look at Minneapolis, 7 below, air temperature, wind chills at 27 below. That's nothing for them. They're used to that. Winnipeg, though, across the border, 18 below zero, air temperature, 43 degree below zero wind chills. And again, it's still cooling, so that cold air mass continues to come in. Good news about big cold air masses like this is there's not a whole lot of weather activity that's associated with them. These big areas of high pressure just kind of lumber along and don't allow any of the low pressure to infiltrate. So we do have some action coming off of the Great Lakes. That's that lake effect. But otherwise, all the storm systems have to try to work their way around this big air mass, and it doesn't look like that's going to allow anything to move northward. On the periphery of that, though, did you see the snow that moves throughout to the southeastern U.S.? So not only do they have crazy cold temperatures for their neck of the woods, but they are also going to end up getting some rain, some snow, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So that is a pretty significant sign that this is kind of a big deal. Back here in northern Ohio, dangerously cold temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesdays. We've been telling you. Then things calm down for us. We do have some scattered snow showers that may come through on Thursday, then again on Sunday, but overall nothing that is going to be high impact for us. Here's your National Design hour by hour forecast. There is a chance we're going to continue to have some light lake effect snow showers, especially east of Cleveland as the winds come back around to the west. But for tomorrow morning, your air temperatures are flirting with 0 and those wind chills are 10 to 15 below across most of the area. As the morning progresses, we don't get a whole lot warmer. The wind is really the big thing here. As much as the wind drives down our wind chills, it actually helps to hold the temperatures up. If we had dead calm winds, cold air is very heavy and dense, sinks right to the surface, we crash. The temperatures just go way down. But that wind keeps the air mixed up so the coldest air doesn't fall down to the surface. So 9 a.m. temperatures are kind of back up to around the 10-degree mark, and we have wind chills anywhere from 5 to 15 below. Through 1 p.m. now we have some little scattered snow showers that are starting to pop up. More or less these are going to be flurries because it is so cold. This is just a little wave of energy working its way through the Midwest, and we are not anticipating accumulating snow out of that, maybe a dusting on top of what we've already had. But again, it's just fluff. It's going to blow around. 5 p.m. still a few flurries around. Notice your air temperatures at 5 p.m. just above 0, and then we go down. Wednesday morning will be our coldest temperatures. I can't stress that enough. And we also have gusty winds. That's going to drive those wind chills down. So around northern Ohio, Wednesday morning, we're talking record lows, 10 to 15 below. And then those wind chills anywhere from 20 to 25 below and perhaps even a couple degrees colder in some select locations. It's kind of just, you have to go by feel on this. The good news is we will turn things around very quickly. That cold air mass begins to shift out of here. The temperatures begin to rise a bit. So Wednesday afternoon, we're looking at high temperatures making it into the teens. Wind chill coming back up to around 0, which is always good, but we'll then kind of see things getting even warmer in the long distance forecast that you can see here in your Union Home Mortgage Outlook. Temperatures will start to rise by the weekend. Look at this. We may even go back above freezing on Saturday. What a huge change for us. Snow chances not all that great. Thursday, we may have some scattered snow showers that move through. Then again on Sunday, some scattered snow. And then next week right now is looking pretty nice for us with a mix of clouds and sun and temperatures in the low 30s.